I heard from a little friend that you couldn't get it up, and that's probably why you're here. So today I'm going to teach you how to get it up. By the way, this is a how to wheelie video. I'm not selling boner pills. Okay, first step with the clutch. Fix this real quick. Okay, first step with your clutch. I'm gonna want you guys to just start experimenting with it in general. So just do any type of clutch bump wheelies. So start out your wheelies with your clutch. Just experiment with it. Don't go in balls deep and go like quarter throttle and dump your clutch. Just a little bit above idle, dump the clutch. The wheel might come up off like a few inches off the ground. It'll be like that at the start. You're just gonna have to keep doing that over and over again. Engage the clutch. I give it just a tiny bit of throttle. Dump the clutch. Front wheel should come up off the ground. Be careful if you're new. Like, it's gonna want to buck you off the back, but it's not gonna be very bad if you give it less throttle. So just ease yourself into it. It just look like very much like this. That's what your first try should look like. Don't get discouraged at it. Bumping the clutch, getting the front wheel off the ground, that's your main goal. And there's really not much else to go into with that. You want to learn on what bike you're riding, how much throttle you're going to need to give to actually hold one up. But I just want you guys to experiment with just bumping the clutch and just getting the front wheel off the ground. That's all I want you guys to do. Better. The stuff you can do with it. Just getting into it and you're messing around with the clutch, popping the clutch up, your wheelies kind of look very similar to that. I would stop the video here because really nothing else from this point I'm gonna teach you is gonna help you. You're gonna need to come back to this video or a different video and at a later date and to learn more. I really would only take it step by step. Info that you need to be able to learn how to do them, and it makes it over complicated. If you're riding wheelies for like 30 to 40 yards and you can't really get them any farther than that or slow them down, I'm going to explain for your skill level and up. So if you are struggling with that, where you can only get like 30-40 yards, you can hold a wheelie for quite a long ways and you can keep going, but you run out of bike and you run out of gears because you get going so quickly. Which is actually how I learned it. I was doing wheelies and not using my brake. That's what it is. You just need to start experimenting with your brake and just slow it down. Go down to like second gear, start cruising at a slow speed, and I'd recommend practicing it on concrete because it's the easiest on concrete. Wheelies slower, and just start experimenting with that back brake just by popping a wheelie, using it, tapping it to just set the front wheel down. So if you want to go out and you want to get a little better, just experiment with that back brake. I'm telling you, it'll unlock wheelies for you. Then once you start experimenting with it more, get going up hills and just do wheelies and try to see how slow you can hold them. And start messing with the rear brake as well. That alone will help you out so much. Do a wheelie, set it down with the rear brake, and do that a couple times over and over again. What I want you guys to do with the rear brake, get going at a comfortable speed, pop a wheelie up, set the wheelie down with using the rear brake. So I'll show you what that looks like. So, use that rear brake to set it down. Pop it up. Set it down with the rear brake. And just experiment with the brake. So all I want you to do is just practice wheelies slow like that. And experiment with that back brake. Stuff like this. Just get going slow, first gear, dump the clutch, see how slow you can hold them. So I recommend finding an uphill somewhere. Try first and second gear wheelies, try them slow, and then start just experimenting with that back brake. Practice that. For a good month or so, you will get a lot better at doing wheelies. Don't recommend anything else, to be honest with you. hope you guys enjoyed this video. But that will be the end. I will catch you in the next one. I always wanted to see your guys' planes. They're badass, man. Dude, they're sweet. They pretty hard to fly? I could imagine.
It takes a little practice. But yeah, we've crashed them a few times.
Oh, I could imagine.
See, I'm missing a prop.
Oh man. Are you able to like glide them down if like a prop breaks or something?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're gonna want to learn how to do. Take the clutch, put it in. You're gonna let it out until you hear it bite. So you hear it, it's biting right there. Okay, so you're gonna want to hold it just behind that point. A little bit of throttle. And you're gonna want to let it out. Now you'll probably be doing yours while moving. Most people, when they go to loop out, they just ditch the bike, they get scared. Rather than going to that brake, because it's not a habit yet. You need to build it as a habit. And to start to build that as a habit is to just start wheeling, and even though you don't need it, just set the front end down with the brake. Do a wheelie.